had to, out of necessity. My stomach reminded me. When I woke, I was like, I'm hungry. Oh yeah, donuts. Okay. So, quadratic formula. I feel like the easiest way to teach this one is really just to know the formula and memorize it. Have it down in your head. Do you know the quadratic formula?
Isn't it x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of something plus 4 times a times c?
You are closer than a lot of people, man. You're right there. Do you have any...
Over 2a.
There you go. Okay, so if you know that, I feel like at that point, it's just kind of doing the math, doing the multiplication and subtraction. And these are your notes, right?
That's what I did.
Okay, let's see some notes, because I think that'll help us.
I had a teacher who would give us extra credit if every time someone not from the classroom came in, we'd have to yell it out. And whoever yelled it out properly the first time would get extra points in high school. Yeah, so a lot of kids memorized it.
Okay. And this is the homework you brought in that she said these were not correct answers?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of fractions, and I feel like the way she gives them is we shouldn't really have too many fractions. But what I do like that I see is that you have 2 answers, because you know that for quadratic formula, you're always going to have a positive version and a negative version.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool that you have that part. Did you get that one right?
No.
Let's start here.
I don't think she said I got any of them right. She just gave it back, and I was like, why are you giving it back? She's like, you got them all wrong. I was like,
So you spent 2 hours on this, and they were all wrong?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry. Well, hey, let's spend half an hour, and let's make sure they're all right. Let's start with number 2, actually, and then we'll go back to this one. So if this is your equation, which it'll always look for the most part like this,
okay.
Let's first set it up by just putting it into that formula.
Okay.
Alright, so let's take these numbers here and write out our formula. You seem to have remembered it, and you have your notes, so I'll write the first one as you tell me what to do. So tell me how to set up my problem.
Okay, so it's, you gotta identify A, B, and C, which you did right there.
Okay.
And then find the value of b squared minus 4 times A times C by substituting the value of A, B, and C. Okay, so, for this, you got to, do that squared minus, or first just set it up.
Okay, I believe it's negative, right? Negative b?
It doesn't say negative b right there, but I don't know.
Okay, let's start with what your notes say. So it says 4 squared minus 4, what do I do then?
Times 1 times 1.
Okay, that's pretty easy.
Which is easy.
Alright.
Okay, so 4 squared is 16.
Alright.
So 16 minus 4 is 12. And then 12 times 1 is 12 times 1 is 12.
Oh, I see. So you converted that first, then you subtracted, then you multiplied?
Yeah.
Let's try this. What I found to work for me is doing these as separate pieces. Doing that, and then doing that.
Okay.
So what I did was I just multiplied 4 times 1, still 4, times 1, still 4. Easy. And then you said this was 16. So 16 minus 4 equals 12, right? Okay, and that should remain the same. But I feel like later on you'll see as this gets more complex, that's an easier way to approach it. Now that I have my 12, what do I do?
See the number of solutions. Okay, since this is positive, there's 2 solutions. And, okay, so find the value of the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c. So we just gotta find the square root of 12, which is 3 and a half.
Okay.
I think.
So I have... okay, I think I see what's happening here. So with that 12, it's not going to be a perfect square root, right?
Right.
And I think that's where you're maybe having trouble, is that's why you're getting fractions, is because you're trying to make it be a perfect square.
Okay.
And that's what I did too when I first learned this. And I realized there's actually a much easier way to approach it. I can actually take factors of 12 and start pulling numbers out that way. For example, what numbers multiply to make 12? Give me a couple
3
of
and
pairs.
4.
3 and 4. Any others?
12 and 1.
Okay.
6 and 2.
Cool. Of these 3 pairs, only one of them is really going to allow you to square root anything. Do you know which one? Trust your instincts. This one, actually, I can't square root 12 and I can't square root 1, right? That doesn't help me. In this one, can I square root 6?
No.
No, it doesn't work, nor can I really square root 2, right?
Okay.
That doesn't work. In this pair, though, I can't square root 3, but I can square root 4.
Oh, yeah, 2.
There you go. Alright, so let's say I break this into these.
Okay.
I can't do much with that. That's just going to stay. But you said I could pull a 2 out of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, when I pull this 2 out,
Okay.
right?
Right.
So I think where we went wrong was trying to actually square root the 12 versus saying, let me first break it into smaller pieces and then start pulling things out if I can. Now, I don't think this is the whole equation, right? Aren't we missing something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once we do that, find the value of x equals the quadratic fraction by substituting the value of a and b. Wait, did we already do that?
We haven't done this part yet.
No?
We've only done this. We rooted it.
Okay. So, wait. What do we gotta do? Okay, we gotta put the numbers over 2 and a.
Okay. I'm going to set up my whole equation because visually that's going to kind of help me see what's going on. So let's do negative b is negative 4 plus or minus. This gets a little tricky, right? Because normally I would do the root, but I already kind of found that, right? So I'm just going to go straight ahead and put what I found. Over 2 times a, you said, which is 1. Pretty easy. It's just going to be 2. At this point, I'm just going to call that 2. Is there anything else I can do to this equation that your notes say?
We got to divide the 2, right?
Let's see. I know in Miss Kenny's class, they didn't, or Chemsters, they didn't quite get this far. And in Miss Kenny's, did you guys actually start dividing your numerators and denominators? Cool. All right, I'm up for the challenge. So how do I do that? From what you remember.
I don't know how you do it with this one.
I don't think you can touch that.
Okay.
Not yet, anyway. I think she'll teach you how. I think we want to focus on these numbers. Is there anything I can do with those?
That can be 4 divided by 2 is 2, and that
Okay.
can be 1.
Cool. So I'm just going to do this. And that's going to be a negative 2, right?
Yeah.
Do I write the 1 on the outside, or do I just leave it blank?
Wait, you mean this one?
Yeah, you said to divide 2 by 2.
Oh, yeah.
Do I write the 1, or do I just leave a space?
Wait, I'm doing this wrong. I think. The way she did it was, she split it up, like, just 4 plus 2, and then we do another one where it's 4 minus 2 divided by 2.
Let's do this, because you seem to be recognizing where you're falling short, and that's awesome. That means you understand the way to do it. So why don't you show me on here how she showed you how to do it?
Okay.
I know it's wrong. No worries. We'll fix it.
Let's see. Divided by 2, so... And I don't take the 3, right?
I don't think we can touch that 3. He's kind of locked in that cell.
Okay. So, negative 4 plus 2 divided by 2. Negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. Divided by 2 is negative 1.
Let's see your work.
1. Negative 2 divided by 2 is not 1.
Well, negative 2 divided by 2 is 1, but is it positive or
negative.
There you go.
Okay, so it's negative 1.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, so you kind of have to do 2 versions because of these symbols, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright, so now what would the other version look like?
Okay. Negative 4 minus 2. 2. So just negative 4 minus 2, that's negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. Negative 3. So
Awesome. So now that we have our 2 numbers, what do we do with them?
I'll just put them in the answer.
Okay, do we need to keep that in any way? Like, is it negative 1 root 3 and negative 3 root 3? So I feel like we kind of just abandoned this guy. What do we do with him?
Maybe put them on the end.
Yeah, we don't want to just completely get rid of them, right? We just want to solve this portion of it.
Okay.
All right, so I think what you found is -1 root 3 and -3 root 3. Those are your two answers.
Okay.
I haven't even gotten this far yet in the other classes, so you're kind of teaching me this part.
-1 root 3 -3 root 3.
When she said that you had gotten them wrong, did she show you the correct answers?
No.
Oh, that's tough. You just kind of had to go figure it out, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a quick peek at your notes just to make sure we're doing it correctly. Hey, good morning.
I ran into like all these kids. Some like top people that was me, and they didn't come. My mentees.
I was talking to the girl with the braids that has all these different colors, but she has blues and